his LinkedIn profile and build a strong personal brand and get inbound leads for his business without filming any piece of content ever, and actually spending minimal time every week on his personal brand and still getting a lot of ROI out of it, right? So this is divided in 5 phases. I'm gonna be walking you through each phase one by one. So the very first phase includes collecting all your stories and all the ideas that you have. So there will be a founder thinking session which includes your origin story, market point of view, client pain points, sales objections, case studies, strong beliefs, mistake buyers make, offer explanation, founder language. So these are all somewhat of a pillar for the personal brand that you are going to be building, right? So these are all the stories, ideas that comes under these umbrella are your building blocks of the personal brand and the type of content that you'll be publishing on your personal brand, right? That will eventually lead you into connecting these content ideas with something that actually implies on the business offering that you have. So basically it's like emotional storytelling, but we are actually craving the story in a way that it gets you results in the business that you're doing and the product that you're promoting through your personal brand. So now comes the phase two, which is the extraction bucket. So we then create buckets of the type of content that we want to go ahead and produce. So there's going to be 5 6 usually buckets. So for example, right here you can have one bucket for buyer pain points, buyer mistakes, belief shifts that most people believe but it's not actually true, and it might be something kind of a myth. So it can be kind of a myth buster, right? So then there's proofs, objections, founder POVs, offer angle. So these are different kind of pillars that we can follow while scripting and researching about the type of content that we want to produce, right? And every bucket is going to have 3 angles, and it can be either of these 3, right? So the very first thing will be an educational breakdown and then contrarian take, and the second type of angle can be story driven lesson. So these are one of the most high performing kind of I would say angles that works the best, because these have stories and these are emotionally connecting with the audience. That's why it performs much better than the normal ones, the other ones, right? The proof case studies wala angle, and then there's going to be an objection handling angle, and then there's going to be a soft CTA video, which just implies on them taking any kind of action through after watching the video. And then there comes the phase 4, which is the production workflow, and this is the main crux of everything that's happening, right? So then we just go ahead and get all the insights that we need, we do all the research, then we create a very compelling hook for the video, or you can say for the script, so that actually grabs people attention, or I would say grab your ideal customer profile's attention in a way that they watch your video till the end, or if not till the end, till halfway through the video, so they have enough idea about what you do and what you're talking about, right? Then we script down the video, then we have a AI digital twin which actually generates those videos. So what we are going to be doing is just build a digital clone of yours, which will actually go ahead and create videos on your behalf. So you don't really have to set up a camera and record videos. The whole system is just going to be self-sufficient to generate videos on its own with you in them, and you are talking to the camera as if, right, directly. And then there's going to be captions in the video, then there's going to be cover pages, thumbnail, LinkedIn captions, schedule post. So this is somewhat of what process looks like when we are actually doing or implementing the system for other founders, right? That way you can have different pieces of content through different angles every week, every month, right? So there's going to be 5 authority based video. Most founders do not have a content problem, they have an extraction problem. This can be a great hook for an example video, right? And then there's going to be 5 problem awareness videos, 4 proof videos, 3 objection videos, and 3 conversion videos. So these are very divided accordingly to the needs of the founder. So let's say you are more into somewhat of a boring business, you will be talking less about your own business and you'll be talking more about the stories that has happened while you are running the business. So it's not actually going ahead and creating a Miro board and then actually recording a video. It's not going to work for the type of business you are in, because since the boring business, people might not be that interested to see that video. But if you just tell the story in a way that, okay, this guy X came and did Y, and this is how it changed my business from A to B to C, right? That is how you create a very strong hook, and that is how you can actually go ahead and tell the story. So these are some of the pillars that you can implement, and these are usually the pillars that we implement for our founder clients. So this was the whole system on how you can actually generate 20 videos every month without filming much of a content. And this just mostly involves the research, ideation, and scripting process. The rest is all taken care by the AI itself, and the main thing is the editing, right? After that, the AI video is generated, so that can be done by a manual editor. And now we are trying to implement a system where Claude can actually go ahead and edit those videos in a type of format that you would want for your own personal brand. Because let's say you have been following a certain kind of format for your own personal brand, then suddenly the brand colors and mascots will shift, so it will look very abrupt on your personal brand. So what we do actually is we personalize it accordingly to your personal brand, so the colors and all